Hello everybody, I am Mr. Mike, and this is the GamezAttack podcast special called the GamezAttack podcast episode 31, PlayStation State of Play. And I'm trying to do all this in a similar way. Let's cut the music a little bit here. Let's up this a little bit here. You know, I'm doing all this on the fly here, folks, so give me a second here. Welcome, everybody, to this special GamezAttack podcast, the 31st episode. This is going to be the PlayStation State of Play because, of course, why would Sony or anybody want to, I don't know, let people know ahead of time to maybe want to watch their video or stream or whatever it was? I didn't watch it at the start. I kind of caught some bits and pieces after, but I was like, aren't you going to give anybody some heads up or anything before you do your state of play for June and stuff? I don't know. You would think they would want to, unless if they didn't really have anything to show and they're just like, we're going to just put this out and call it a state of play and pretend we have some stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. There's no secret I haven't been a Sony guy or a PlayStation fanboy for a while now, or even really played anything besides like PS3 and before games of that era. Because I stopped at the PS3. After the PS3 and Vita, it was like, it was all Xbox, it was all Nintendo, it was all PC. But then I said, sorry, Sony, you didn't really have anything special for me anymore. It seems like everything that Sony used to have that was special kind of, well, like every company, went corporate and went a different direction, and I just didn't want to follow that direction. Like, I didn't care about the PS4. I bought one briefly, returned it, because after I was playing my friend's PS4, I just didn't like it. I didn't even like the controller, how the controller felt that time around or anything. And when the PS5 came around, I'm like, there's nothing for me here that I really cared about or wanted. You know, say what you will about Microsoft and all their foils and their bad, I don't know if it's bad luck or if it's internal. It's their own doing. I can admit that as an Xbox Microsoft fanboy. It's their own doing of just fucking up a lot and and not enough internal talking to the consumers, maybe. Same with Sony, but Sony kept holding their own because they kept paying other people like Square Enix and others to keep a lot of games, PlayStation exclusives and stuff. If they didn't do that, I bet you they'd be even worse off than they probably are now, especially because Microsoft owns Call of Duty and stuff. And even though it's still going to be on the PlayStation, I really wonder this time around on how maybe Call of Duty being the first time on Game Pass at a launch even, and having Call of Duty and all that, and a lot of other Activision Blizzard stuff, on Game Pass probably first, and Microsoft platforms, and then, Sony will have Call of Duty come out where they have to pay $70 for it, $69.99, $70 for the game, and people like me that have, Xbox, I can't even think today anymore. Been very busy, like usual. But having Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate, getting the game for free and not having to pay for the game if it's good or bad or whatnot, that's an advantage, I think. I don't know if it's the biggest advantage. A lot of people are sketchy now about subscription services. I know I am. There's very few subscription services that I still subscribe to. I don't even know. I think it's just Game Pass right now because I got rid of my Amazon Prime subscription because I'm like, A lot of times I buy more than $30 worth of goods anyways from them, so that's free shipping. They never deliver anything like second day, and I just didn't really, I said to myself, well, what am I paying for? Oh, and then when you added the inclusion of ads, even if you're paying for Prime, or and if you didn't want ads in your videos, then it would be another, $3.99, $2.99, $3.99. I was like, that was the final straw. I'm like, I'm paying like almost $160 for Amazon Prime in a year, and you're doing this now. Now you want to charge me $2 to $3 or more to get ads off your video, even though I'm a Prime member? Give me a break, Amazon. So, I ditched a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll go back to certain streaming services for, a month or so, which they really hate, and then I'll drop them after, which they really hate. But you know what? What are you gonna say to it? Can't complain to us, the consumers, if you're gonna try to nickel and dime us for everything, and then you demand, oh, we stay on your platform for a long time and pay you all that stuff, and you're not even giving us value anymore when we were used to all the good value you used to give us. But it's a double-edged sword, and it goes for the gaming industry as well. And this state of play, aka the former E3, as we used to know all that stuff, and this whole game showcase, I should say, that's going to be going on through the beginning of June, where E3 used to be. I don't know. Like I said, I do not play on PlayStation, but Sony does put PlayStation games eventually on the PC. I only own like a couple of them. I own like a couple Spider-Mans and what was the other ones I own? Spider-Man, and there was another Sony one. I forgot. It wasn't the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, because they still want like $60 for that. I didn't get the other Spider-Man game, because the original Spider-Man, or Spider-Man Remastered as they called it, because they wanted to still charge me like $60 for that. And it's been how long since that game's been out? But yet they feel like they still got so-called value that they're still going to charge like $50-$60 for it on Steam. I'm like, fuck you, PlayStation, fuck you. I'm not going to do that. Sony, you think you're a premium service and you're a premium company still? You're not. You lost all your premium ability. Sony's hardware was always super expensive. Their games and all that, premium stuff this, premium stuff that. But they lost their premium. They lost it. The only company that could still be premium is probably Nintendo out there. Nintendo is, as I always say it, and I will say it into the future, Nintendo is the Apple of the video game industry. They are the Apple of the video game industry. They print money, and they know how to get in those people, and the consumers and stuff, and they do a good job of it. Before we get into the state of play, this video here, and we watch what Sony has to offer, because I said usually I don't cover it, or I'm usually lacking, but this time around on OldFreakyGamer and stuff and all that, my notion is, as a gamer, I should be paying attention to Sony more, even though I do not play their content that much. And I could say all about like a lot of other games I used to play from Sony that I don't play anymore. It's just, I'm going to look into them. I'm going to see what they have to offer, or what they're going to have to offer, and see what comes to PC, what not. But I'm really trying to make an effort, even though Microsoft Xbox fanboy. I play most of my games on PC, my ROG Ally, which is a PC handheld, and the Xbox, and then sometimes my Nintendo Switch I'll play games on. But I still cannot discredit PlayStation, because I used to love PlayStation. I used to be a very big PlayStation fanboy in my younger years and stuff, and I want Sony to do better. I want Sony and PlayStation to do better in the future for games and stuff. It's just, it doesn't seem like they had much value. You could, like I said, you could say what you want about Microsoft and Xbox not getting the so-called games, but they're always getting tons of games. Either it be, for me, Game Pass Ultimate for PC and Xbox, tons of these games are on Game Pass, and I'm like, oh, I don't even have time to play half of these games half the time. I'll try some out. I'll play a few here and there. Sometimes I'll get into one or two, and I'll just continue to play them. But, man, to me, Game Pass still has lots of value to me. Now, there's other people out there that'll disagree with that, and that's okay. But for me, I get plenty of value from Game Pass. I think my subscription to Game Pass Ultimate has paid for itself time and time over. Saved me tons of money instead of going out there and buying games or buying games at a premium or lower cost. It was very good of that. So, and like I said, even though they've been showing off all these games that are in development, I cannot say to Microsoft, they also have to start bringing out some of their own games, and they have to be good. Sure, we got Hellblade 2 recently. I'm still playing it, by the way. I kind of paused for a second, but I'm going to jump back in because I'm on the last chapter of Hellblade 2. It got reasonably decent at this final chapter so far. I got the God of War kind of vibes. I know a lot of other people said the same thing, the God of War vibes. But the game is still not a game to me. It's still just like a big tech demo, and the puzzles are lame, and the fighting is lame. But I'm going to stick with it till the end, finish Hellblade 2, and I got a ton of other games I've been starting to play and stuff, which I'll talk about. Like I said, before this video, I got a few games that I'll talk about that I played in the past week, because it's only been a week or so since the last podcast, right? Yeah. And then going forward, the next GamezAttack podcasts will be, the Microsoft, aka Xbox / should I say, Call of Duty podcast, because they're going to do the Call of Duty stream back-to-back after the Xbox game showcase. And I am definitely going to cover both of those on Sunday and talk over them, talk over them. And then Ubisoft's on Monday, which I'll probably have to watch after the fact and then talk over it because I'll be working. And then after that, I don't know, unless if Nintendo pops out with a Nintendo Direct, which sometimes they do most of the time before the end of the week. But we'll see. And they did say they weren't going to talk about the Switch successor, the Switch 2, until later down the road. So they're not going to show us anything for the Switch 2 until probably the fall anyway. So, oh, Nintendo. But yeah, let's get into the games that I played in the past week here. So give me a second here. The
games that have been played in the past week.
That's a good game.
Enjoy your gaming.
Okay, so we'll go through these very quickly. So I've been playing this game for a bit now again, still, because why not? I'm just jump back in. I keep playing it. I even did a nice live stream on last Friday over it, and that was Fallout 4. I've been playing on my ROG Alien, the PC, because, with a little bit of modding and console stuff and still able to get achievos and stuff in it, it's just been a blast when I can just go into God mode or whatever, or do whatever, and really bust through the wasteland like never before and not have to worry about little things happening. And it's been really fun and really cool to get back into playing Fallout 4 after all this time. I know a lot of people are probably cooling on it a little bit, because we all jumped in when the Fallout TV series came out, and we all watched it like, oh yeah, Fallout. Let's go back into the Fallout, people. Let's go back into the Fallout, baby. Let's get back into Fallout, baby. But I've been playing it, you know, that's my go-to to jump in, jump out, play it a bit, have some fun, shooter. It's a good looter shooter. And yeah, so I've been jumping back into that. You can watch my past stream on OldFreakyGamer.com or YouTube.com. Search OldFreakyGamer. There's more to it, but I'll just tell you to search OldFreakyGamer or just subscribe for free. And if you're watching this, you're probably already subscribed anyways to my channel, or at least just stumbled upon this PlayStation State of Play. You know, go to that, or go to GamezAttack, or get OldFreakyGamer.com, and hey, got my podcast there, got videos, all that stuff. But definitely watch the Fallout 4 stream of mine. I even fell asleep a little bit. I didn't even know I fell asleep. It was, you know, because it was getting late, I was getting tired. And I think like in the middle-ish, more to the end-ish, I actually fell asleep for a little bit. I took a little nap in the stream. Wow, I didn't even know that myself. It didn't even compute to me. I thought I just like closed my eyes for 1 second. I opened it up and I was just playing. And then I looked at the stream. I'm like, oh shit, I fell asleep a little bit. Like I said, always busy, always burning that candle 6 ways to 1. So, but still picked up where I left off. I kept playing and had some fun. And I left my little nap in there because I'm like, okay, Mr. Mike, you fucked up again. You shouldn't be falling asleep during your streams and stuff. But you woke right up and you continued to play. Go figure. But Fallout 4, amazingly fun game. Definitely a fun game if you're picking up for the first time, or if you're a veteran and you've been playing since Fallout 3 and stuff. I don't count the original Fallouts because those are the top-down, not so 3D graphical type of games, but some people swear by those. Me, I tried them. They're not my cup of tea, but Fallout 3, New Vegas, etc., etc. There you go. Cookie Clicker. Yes. Is it a video game? It must be because I got it on Steam. It was only $1.40 or something. I didn't even know Cookie Clicker was an app on Steam. I thought it was only a web browser game, a clicking game, a clicker game in the web browser. But apparently they made a version for the play on PC and stuff, and you could buy it in Steam, and it was $1.40. And you know what I said? Mr. Mike, you're going to waste $1.40 plus tax to buy a Cookie Clicker from Steam. And that's what I've been doing. And that's what I'm doing actually now during this video recording. I got Cookie Clicker up and running, and it's producing. I already got a lot of cookies here. I actually had way more cookies than that, but when you upgrade stuff and all that, you use cookies to pay for your upgrades to your farms, grandmothers, cookie temples, stuff like that. Whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, I've been having a blast in a stupid game that originally when I watched people play it, I was like, oh, this is stupid. It's a clicking game. It's been around forever. And then, of course, they got me into playing it. I played it. I loved it. And now I just want to keep going back and playing it some more. And now that I own it, if the website ever went away or anything, who cares? Because I'll have Cookie Clicker owned as an app on Steam. So, hey, it's a win-win for me, baby. But I've been playing a lot of Cookie Clicker in the background. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I like seeing the numbers go up. You click and you see numbers go up. You upgrade, you see the numbers go up. And that's crazy. That's crazy. The final game on my list that I've been playing just recently, I started playing on the weekend here because I wanted to lay on my deck porch and just play something, and I'll play more of it today. Yakuza Kiwami 2, because I'm going back into my backlogs of the Yakuza games because, like I said, I'm almost beat Hellblade 2. A lot of other games I just gave up on because I didn't really care for them. One of them being Control. I know a lot of you love Control. I just couldn't really get into it. I understand the concept of the game, and I thought it would be more like, I'm trying to think of the other game that they made, Quantum Break. Yeah, Quantum Break. But it has some elements of Quantum Break in there, but I just really didn't care for some of it. It was just really kind of boring to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into it down the road. It's not like I don't own Control, but I just really didn't really get into it. And I have a video of me playing, and I don't know. It just really is not clicking to me. At least not like Cookie Clicker is. And there's a few other games that I still gotta either play or beat or not play. I did a house cleaning of games that I want to continue to play or not continue to play. Some games that I keep, some games that I deleted. And like I said, going back to Yakuza Kiwami 2 because I do love my Yakuza games. And until they announce another one, which they might because Sega's trying to push harder on Atlas and Gaikuaku Studios, excuse me for really butchering their name there, to produce more spin-offs and more mainland type of Yakuza and Persona games over there because they know those are selling. I say Sega should be very careful what they wish for because we don't want to overpopulate everybody with more Persona and Yakuza games because maybe it'll be too many and then people get dissatisfied and go away from those things. So they got to be very careful on what they want and wish for. That's how you ruin franchises if you do them too much. But I'm still Yakuza-fied, and I said to myself, well, I beat Yakuza 0 again. I beat Kiwami again. I want to get back in, and then I'm going back into Kiwami 2, and I'm going to keep going with all the other Yakuza games. I'm just playing them on my ROG Ally as just side fun, stuff like that, and been having a blast with it. Kiryu, he was the shit, man. And back in the day, in those early Yakuza games like Kiwami, Kiwami 2 and stuff, those games are the shit. And they look really good. They play really good. And they did a lot. They did a lot for those games. Very happy about them. So those, my friends, were the games that I played in the past weeks. I am... Let's see. Hopefully I don't make this too loud. That's always the gist there. I am going... I'll put this down right there, I guess. I am going to start up this video. We are going to watch the PlayStation State of Play. I'm going to briefly talk over it. Maybe try to explain some stuff, whatnot. And then after the State of Play presentation, I will commence on talking about how I felt about it and what they had to offer. So, I am going to adjust some stuff here to make sure that everything's really good. And we're going to go into, which I rarely never do, go into another motion here on my on my video portion of the podcast because I never go to a different panel with this, but I am today. And we're all ready. We got 29 seconds before the State of Play begins on the video, and let's commence. Very excited. Or I'll try to be. They got a countdown clock, 16, 15. Let's see what Sony has on their State of Play. I'm recording this on Sunday, folks, if you didn't notice, or know. Rated RP2M. This program contains that's not suitable for all audiences. Oh well. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine.
A lot of people said they heard about this game a lot. I did not really hear much about Concord myself, but it's probably just because I don't follow Sony and PlayStation that much. Now they're doing the whole PlayStation logo. With the triangle, all that. PlayStation Studios. Firewalk Studio. Crater City. Interact Blue Buddy and anticipated Rexus Northern Crew accepted by. So is this I guess a multiplayer shooter or the story and stuff? I don't know. Multiplayer
Oh, jukebox.
Wasn't the plan.
team-based shooter.
Creative decision made after years.
Multiplayer team-based shooter.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch.
They got
doesn't
good
count
video
as research.
presentation on
Almost dying
this.
is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides,
A lot of people said this reminded them of Guardians of the Galaxy a lot
Hey, start time.
in the presentation.
You'll like it. Trust me.
As I'm watching
Do
the
not
video
trust him.
presentation here.
Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then,
I like how this big guy's trying to get the hot sauce and the lady's dingling around because
was not
she's
the plan.
complaining
Technically, it was
about
a
the
plan. It
plan.
wasn't the same plan that we started.
She's like,
If we don't leave with
Morgana.
this plan,
Amar, we will. We will.
he's like Krill.
I'll be waiting outside.
Yeah, this has got a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy vibe.
We'll be taking this off
Meets
your
Star
hands.
Wars a little bit.
What?
Looks.
This? Funny.
Here we go, flight time. So you got everybody jumping and shooting and stuff and sniping and
Copy that, Bill.
going around. I don't know if this is just the video of it. So. And the big guy can turn into
Well played.
crystals so he can protect people when getting shot. So he's like the human shield, or non-human shield, I should say. This lady's got this superpower where she can, she does like fire things, and she's throwing fireballs and at people, fire pellets, and she can fly with the fire.
Got him.
All right.
One off. This is you.
Getting something stuck in his gun. Oh,
I am developing a taste for destruction.
he took it. Oh, now he's gonna blow shit back at the enemy. Okay.
Goodbye.
I threw a grenade thing at them. Okay.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us. Hey, Mark. What are you doing?
He's like, I don't want to hold on anymore. You're too heavy.
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
But we were supposed to stick
Hey,
together.
he's like,
If you let go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will be
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are. What the?
I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
I'm glad you
dying is
avoided
the
a
best way to
dishonorable
learn
death.
how not to
He
die.
sounds like Drax, the
something.
Destroyer, a
I
lot
knew this was gonna work.
on
This
his
wasn't the
talking.
plan.
No, it just wasn't the one we
It's
started
dishonorable
with.
death. A little bit of Klingon in his
Right.
talk too,
Satisfied customer.
because
Goods
Klingons
delivered.
don't like
Send
dishonorable
everyone their
deaths.
Oh, yeah.
So do you like carry it around with you?
Now they're
for
on their
emergency
spaceship, which
bland
looks like something
situations
from,
or whatever?
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll have
scaffolding.
no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise. We were apart for so long. I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
So this is Concord. If you're watching the video, I don't know what else to explain about it.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the
Okay,
vibrant
well, he
sci-fi
helped me
universe
out.
of the Concord galaxy. In Concord,
5v5.
from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group
Which
of
is
guns
like
for
Guardians of the
hire known in our
Galaxy.
galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars.
So they just
They
ripping
take
off
high-stake
Guardians of the
jobs on
Galaxy
worlds
and
across
making it
wild
their own
space,
to
where
do
they
this
face other fiercely
5v5
competitive free
thing,
gunner
so they can
crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
make people think of that. I don't know.
Free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves. A chance
So
to
they run
be
around
someone.
these arenas and firing at each other with different guns and weapons, and okay. Very different costumes you can get.
Why not?
What's her name?
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game.
Hold on.
You
What
won't
was her
survive
name?
on your own.
Target blinded.
I'm gonna cheat it a little bit. I'm gonna rewind this for a little bit because what's her name?
Why not?
Haymar? Haymar? That's her name?
And
Haymar?
in the wilds, it's anyone's
I
game.
do not know what.
You
I
won't
don't know
survive on your
nothing
own.
about.
Target blinded.
This is a 5v5 game now. It looks good. Like, you know, for one of those.
Endless rage!
I don't know how much. Okay, there's gameplay.
We
But
risk our lives every day
It's
to
probably
do the
something
job.
most of us aren't going to play, especially me, because unless they put this on PC and I can play it for free or something, I'll never play it. I won't play it on a PlayStation.
Will go anywhere.
It might be dead on arrival because they got a lot of stuff like Helldivers and
Any enemy.
Fortnite to go up against, and sure, maybe people jump on this for a little bit, but then after that, people are gonna go right back to Fortnite and Helldivers and everything. So, I know, sounding like Mr. Negativity here.
Star. And together, we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
But it looks pretty good. A lot of jumping and shooting. Concord. Looks like Concord. That logo title looks like something you would see like on a, like if it was called like a video, a name of a video game platform or something. Like, oh, it's the Concord Council or
We focused a ton
something-
of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation.
something,
with tight
Atari
core movement,
does.
Precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility space of two different characters colliding. It's all about creating opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have abilities that are meant to have impact beyond direct combat. Deployable gear that can persist throughout a full game, so whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match. There are healing pads, bullet blocking domes, explosive traps, lane blocking walls, all kinds of ways to support your team or disrupt your enemies. Coordinated teams can set up and plan ahead, and depending on where and when it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality,
And it all
skills,
looks like Guardians
and
of the Galaxy
wide-ranging
and some
perspectives to
Team
the crew.
Fortress in that.
Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature
Of course, they
ongoing
got a wide
narrative
range of
arcs that grow the
ethnicity
characters'
in this
stories
game.
and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy.
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch on August
Okay, it's gonna
23rd,
also be on PC.
2024.
Got it. You know, it'd be really cool if they had Concord also on the Xbox, but Sony won't do that. So that would have also been, that would have made it probably even bigger as a game, because then they'd be like, oh, this is also gonna be coming out to Xbox. Then people would be like, okay, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Okay, that'd give it a big fighting chance. Next, God of War Ragnarok for PC. Yep, they did say that they were going to bring Ragnarok eventually to PC, so I guess anybody holding out for the next God of War game, going to PC, here it is. And these God of War games, I never played them. They look really good, but they also look like games I don't want to play because I like the original God of War. I remember the original God of War games.
War is coming.
That spoils me for these new ones because it's got some of the God of War features in this, as I'm looking at with Kratos fighting and all that, but it's not like the original hack and slash type of God of War game God of War games, I should say, that I grew up with, that I could play on my Vita, or I could play on my ROG Ally and stuff like that. I could play those past ones anytime. Oh, another thing that people like to do now with their games, they like to support ultra wide screen support on a lot of games. I noticed that with Hellblade 2, that it had super ultra wide support on the game, and I'm like, okay, interesting. You want to make a black borders on the top and the bottom of my game? Okay. I'd rather just have it not super ultra wide. I got widescreen monitors here, curved widescreen monitors, but they're not ultra widescreen. Coming to PC September 19th, 2024 this year. So September 19th, pre-purchase now on PC, meaning Steam. Is that what they mean? Why don't they say Steam? They just say PC. A lot of things they don't like to mention because they don't want to give Steam,
and officials alike.
You know, they don't want to give Steam a plug or anything. They don't have their own PlayStation PC store up and running yet. This game coming up is Omega Force. Is a Omega Force studio game. Don't know much about them.
At the feet of the divine.
Looks like a big war.
But even so,
a lot of people, horses,
must act.
swords. Ooh. Looks like Total War or something. It's big giant battles. War game battles. Fighting. Using martial arts and stuff, or your swords and katanas and spears. Nameless hero enters. Dynasty Warriors Origins. People love the Dynasty Warriors games. They look pretty cool to me too. I would definitely play a Dynasty Warriors game. Moo.
I think I was dreaming. It wasn't a dream.
They didn't announce a date for that last game, just to let you know. They just said Dynasty Warriors.
The path of a stylist is never easy.
Now this game, I could see this game, this upcoming game that they're showing now with the girl and the kitty cat, being a Nintendo game where you could dress her up in slutty outfits, young girl slutty outfits. Okay. And she could float around like Princess Peach in this game, and then you could play as a cat. And she could be small and hang on the cat in this platforming adventure where you can change the young girl's clothing to slutty-ish cows. Okay. A lot of photography aspects to this game, it looks like. It looks very Final Fantasy-esque looking. A lot of doing a lot of photo taking, a lot of floating over stuff. Like this girl's floating over a lot of stuff and dressed up in a lot of different outfits and dresses. Infinity and Nikki.
Is it you?
Test in Q3 2024. Infinity
or is
Nikki.
Infinity awaiting you?
Infinity Nikki. Oh, and this lady's chained up with less clothes on. I don't know. That didn't seem like something that most PlayStation players would want to play.
The miracles you so claim.
Tips Works. This is a game.
Until the towering
Studio.
shadows vanished.
Okay, you got this little girl clinging to your back like a backpack.
I pray for their grace.
And you got on this guy with a big sword.
Inferior shades. Why do we have to bear the consequences of such
this game looks really good. The graphics look really good. That little mouse picking at that dead body is looking good. Whoa. That dragonish lady looked pretty damn sexy. She looked like a big alien lady. Of course, they wanted to show the breasts part. They always got to do that. What is this game?
Emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles, rain fire from above.
This looks like a Final Fantasy-ish type of a game, but this isn't Final Fantasy. This is something else, but it's got the Final Fantasy-esque type of feel and look to it.
Remember.
So who's this guy and who's the girl? Is that a brother and sister thing? He's just carrying his little sister around on his back everywhere. Ballad of Antera. The Ballad of Antera coming in 2025, folks. To PlayStation 5. Also another game that most Western people like myself would probably never care about playing. Most, I said. Not all, but most. I would dabble at it, but it's not something that I would care about. This next one's a PSVR 2 game by Skydance Studios. You know, Skydance makes movies.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse.
Okay, you got a sword to be flinging around. The Walking Dead, from the developers of The Walking Dead and Saints and Sinners. Okay, so this guy's got this little grappling hook that can pull down things. So this is like Skyrim-ish. It looks like a Skyrim game. Just gonna let people know. Like an early Skyrim game. Okay. Oh look, big monster. Monster Hunter meets Skyrim.
The poison in my veins begs me to kill.
Because basically all you do is see his arms and hands and stuff, and then you're using your weapons and stuff to battle with. Doesn't seem like he has any magical abilities, power abilities. He just can use bows and arrows and swords and stuff with great ease.
Thought I could be a hero.
Got this big creature trying to stomp on you.
Don't survive the Forsaken Lands.
Trying to get his big foot on you. Whatever this Snuffleupagus. Okay, Skydance's Behemoth. Available this fall 2024. For PlayStation VR 2. So is this only can be played on PlayStation VR 2? It's not just PlayStation? How many people will have a PSVR 2 out there? Oh, 20th Century Games. This has got to be Aliens game. Yep. LV354. Name, Perdon. Type. So this is a game they're showing off for PlayStation 5 or PSVR 2. This is an Aliens game for the PlayStation VR 2, I guess. Alien Rogue Insertion. Now, that seems like a decent game for PlayStation VR 2. Now, if I wanted to spend $600, that would probably be a game that I would want right away. An Aliens game, because why not? You're going in as like a badass
Hi everyone,
Marine
I'm Sean Benson. I'm
going
back on
into
State
this
of Play to
thing,
introduce more
trying to shoot up
exciting
some
titles
aliens.
coming to PlayStation. Starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
Marvel. NetEase games.
All realities converge here. Destiny awaits.
Okay, this Marvel game has the feel of Marvel Ultimate Alliance a bit, with the battle system and stuff, because you're battling other creatures.
Who needs a power-up? Free fire zone.
Embrace the chaos.
Insignificant attacks. Healing power. I'm back, baby. 3, 2, 1.
So this is what, a player versus player type of Marvel game where they're all fighting each other?
Gonna get sticky.
Plays Venom, Spider-Man. You can play as Storm and other characters in the Marvel universe.
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
Closed beta on PS5 July 2024. Costume Scarter Spiral. I couldn't even read that. That was so quick that they did that. Guess they're not too... I don't know. Is that going to be good? What was this one? Hold up. I'm going to rewind because I didn't see that. So, what was this game, though, called? It was just this... It was a Night the Battle. It didn't even really... This is just doesn't have a name to it. I'm guessing. They have no name for this. Oh, it's just Marvel Rivals. Okay. I missed that totally. So this is Marvel Rivals. Again, how many people are going to be playing these multiplayer-esque games? It looks decent. It looks like something like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but how many people are going to be playing this game online? Everstone Studios. There you go. Lady that opens up her eyes sideways. Oh yeah. Oh, big giant fish. Big giant flying fish. You got this. You're battling this samurai guy in this cool world. This looks pretty cool. And you got this big giant fish, flying fish. You got a big flying bird. Whoa, we got two people there. Let's see. Not much talking. Where the winds meet. That's what the game is called. It's basically, as the video shows, PS5 in development now for PS5. Looks like a fighting game. Maybe, hopefully, a story-based game. Looks like feudal Japan. And it looks like one of those flying Japanese movies where all the characters can fly and do all their stuff, and then you got all your mystic creatures and stuff coming.
Nice one.
You can't hide from me, Michael.
Oh, you're going down. Oh.
Okay. This is what people were saying was a little Friday the 13-ish type of a game, of a look.
We're all still here together.
Got these girls. This guy maybe
I feel
meets...
like someone's watching us.
Just going out.
A killer in the woods.
Let's make this one
little
trip
guy and girl
we'll never
kissing. Nookie nookie.
Mike, Emily.
Oh, somebody's taking a hot bath all alone.
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
Graphics look good.
Make hasty decisions that get everyone killed.
Nope.
Stay put right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me
Whoa,
die.
Buzzsaw trying to see who gets to live or die. Oh, God. Always bringing in the young women to be the sacrifices of these games. Yep, dead girl. Till Dawn. It's an Until Dawn game. Coming to PS5 and PC fall of 2024. Looks creepy. Till Dawn. Path of Exile 2. PS5. Is that what they're showing next? Grinding Gear Games.
Ogum was once a peaceful land. but each day descends further into madness. Famine and plague besiege us.
Yep, looks like it.
The earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now, they come.
Now everybody's hanging out there. This is like some kind of Viking game. Oh, this looks like, okay. Is this a ripoff of Diablo? It's a Diablo game. You ever played the top-down hack and slash looter shooter type of thing? Yeah.
I'll remove your head myself.
Okay.
I need not do it alone.
Couch co-op. Okay. Maybe this is a Diablo. Maybe this is that Diablo, what should I say, DLC? Because Diablo is also on PlayStation, not just Xbox, you know. So this could be a Diablo thing, and they probably had it early. Cross-progression, cross-save, cross-play, cross-progression. Yes, yes. Looks pretty cool. This Diablo-esque. Oh yeah, and that wasn't Diablo because they were another company. Path of Exile, yes, because it was made by the Gear what? Early access, late 2024. Okay, never mind. It looks so Diablo, this game. This Path of Exile. It looked so Diablo. That's what was confusing me. I'm like, wait, are they showing Diablo footage or something now? No, it was the same thing.
I'm sorry. I was just...
Because they're just
Okay, I didn't mean to
doing game after game video.
I'm kind of lost.
Now they're doing that remake of Silent Hill 2 or 1?
I think you should stay away.
One of the Silent Hills.
This town, there's something
But,
wrong with it.
That other game had everything Diablo-esque. It had the big blood thing that was all Diablo. It had the exact same HUD as Diablo.
I'm not lying.
I'm surprised that they're allowed to
I guess
do
I
as
don't
much
really care if
like
it's
that,
dangerous or not.
like Diablo. But we'll see. Path of Exile 2 looks pretty cool. But then you got, like I said, Baldur's Gate. You got Diablo. A bunch of other things that are out that people played over and over again already.
You shouldn't be here.
Yep, this is that Silent Hill stuff. Where's Pyramid Head? I never played these games, the Silent Hill games. I tried playing one time. It was so freaking boring to me. I just never got into it. But yeah, it's got all these creep factors that they like to do in these games, the Silent Hill
good,
games.
I promise.
And this fog.
Tell him I'll be good, please.
Okay, girl, you got some psychological issues. Where's Pyramid Head?
No, please.
No, please. Silent Hill 2. Coming October 8th this year of 2024. From Bluebird Team, and it's using the Unreal Engine from Konami. There you go, folks.
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise.
Yeah.
Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, which will also probably be on PlayStation or Xbox and PC as well, so it's not just this.
As soon as we find a good spot,
I
we can
really...
get things
Okay,
set
the
up
Monster
and
Hunter
ready to
games
go.
look cool.
And then we
That
can
lady
get
looked really
started.
cool.
This is gonna be
Whoa, she's really has the midriff going there.
I hope we find them soon.
They look really good, the Monster Hunter games. I tried playing them, did not care for the Monster Hunter games. I'm sorry, folks. I tried that recent one that was on Game Pass that they had on there. That's why I got to play it. And I just really felt like there was just too much mechanics to it that just took me out of the fun. I was like, oh, I gotta do all this. How do I do this? I gotta keep doing this. And I just felt like, okay, kind of held me back a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know. I get why people like the Monster Hunter games. They look cool. I watched that Monster Hunter movie, which I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to say that sucked, but it was pretty cool. Now, if I watch other people play this Monster Hunter game, I will be happy. I will have fun with that. Playing it, different story. Just not my cup of tea.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Like, these Monster Hunter games look really good. Got all these big monster creatures. They got this toad-like, lick-a-toad kind of big monster that's big giant toad with his tongue hanging out at you and trying to grab you and lick you and eat you, and you can ride your weird paladin dog. Oh, now you got these little, as I like to call them, the velociraptor monsters. Got these big bear monsters, okay, with big tail, bushy tails. Or they could be big giant sloths. And you look like something like from Legend of Zelda, fighting these creatures. Like, I got it. I totally got the game. If I was just doing this, fighting these monsters and having a blast, that would be the case.
For this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
But it was never the case in that game. It was all this other stuff that I just did not really care about or get. I just wanted to fight these monsters and battle them and, you know, get their innards and armor and stuff and go back to town. Monster Hunter Wilds. People like their Monster Hunter games. Coming 2025. I'm just not one of them. Get bonuses in Monster Hunter Wilds. Yep, 2 different kitty costumes. Next game from PlayStation Studios. How much more of this do we got? Not much more, people. Oh, yeah. This is probably what they're going to end up with. I don't know. This is the Astrobot game. The game that was a packing game for the PS5 VR headset originally. Now they just turn it into a regular game. And it has nothing to do much with PlayStation at all. Sure, they got like a few things like the PS5 controller and is like a flying thing, and then I guess the PS5 is the spaceship itself, right? But otherwise, a lot of it isn't PlayStation oriented. They just made worlds, and they made this giant like platformer, this Ratchet and Clank-ish type of platformer with Astrobot. Which I guess if they had to create something because people wanted an Astrobot game, like I guess that's what they felt like they had to do. This looks definitely like something for like younger people to play, kids. Not something that I really would get into. It looks really good though, but it's something I just would not go out of my way to buy and pay money for to play. Now Astrobot's big. Does a lot of the same game mechanics as a lot of platformers out there. I notice. There's a big PS5 in the ground. Big giant snake. So a lot of battling too, boss battles I'm seeing here in this game. On top of the platforming. Astrobot. It looks very colorful. It looks very cool, colorful. Looks to be like a really good game, but if they're going to charge $70 for this game, which I bet Sony is definitely 100% going to do, and not like something like $50 or something for this game, I don't think many people are going to be buying this game. I don't think this game's going to sell that well. And then Sony will say, oh, nobody liked the game, so we'll never put out another game like this ever again. Astrobot, the game. So everybody, this is your once and only chance to say, hey, we're all going to buy it and play it. September 6th of this year, folks. 2024, it's coming to PS5.
Be sure to visit PlayStation blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for
Okay,
the latest on
that
Days
was
of
it.
Play. This global celebration runs through June 12th. with deals on PlayStation Store.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I understand. We're going to go back to the game podcast. So that was it, because the lady's just going to talk about more stuff that, that she's just finishing it off. I don't know who the lady was. Not somebody. They don't really have too many people that that are, what should I say? I don't want to discredit, but in charge of talking up a good thing for this, their showcases and stuff. They don't got a speaker, should I say, a company person that talks to the people. Usually it's like, you got some Japanese guy or something, or head of whatever. I'm blah, 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 Hiroshima, head of this and Sony and stuff. This lady, I don't know who the hell she was. I think it said her name in there. I just did not. It was one of those weird surprises that it's like, oh, who's this? Oh, you're talking about the state of play a little bit. You're introducing and finishing up the PlayStation's state of play. Okay, here's all the games that they announced. I got them all up here because, of course, I'm not going to remember everything. Concord, Gotta Rock. That'd be pretty cool. The Gotta Rock. God of War Ragnarok, Astrobot, Monster Hunter Wilds, which is a third party, of course. Dynasty Warriors Origins, Infinity Nikki. I thought it was Infinity and Nikki, but it's Infinity Nikki. That's the one where you dress up your slutty-ish Princess Peach-like character in many different clothes and take lots of pictures of her, and she looks underage. It's got a little kitty, does some platforming, that kind of a game. Ballad of Antara, Behemoth, Alien Rogue Incursion, Marvel Rivals, Where Winds Meet, Until Dawn, Path of Exile 2, which is basically the Diablo clone ripoff, and Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I wonder if the Silent Hill 2 Remake is only going to be for PlayStation, or is Konami going to go and put it on Xbox and everything else? Because I highly doubt Sony would just pay for, maybe, I don't know. So those are the games. So it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games here. That says up there. Okay. So, there was some newish stuff in here. There's a lot of, stuff that came out. You got your God of War Ragnarok, of course. They wanted to talk about that, put it on the PC and stuff like that. Anything that anybody would really want. If I was still a PlayStation guy, what would I want to play? Well, first off, Alien Rogue Incursion would be a great game, but I would have to spend, another $400? Or is it more for the PlayStation VR 2 headset? I forgot how much it was. Let's see here. PSVR 2 headset price. Let's check that. $549? Holy shit. Okay. So $599? $549? Is it? Is that what it is? $549 for the PlayStation VR 2 headset? Okay. So $550 for just a PlayStation VR 2 headset. And then probably for this Alien Rogue Incursion, if I can think about it, unless they're going to charge you like $40-50, I bet you this is a $70 game. I wouldn't doubt it. That's just in my mind. That would be cool to play in VR. Playing an Alien versus Predator type of game, but you're the Colonial Marine going in and shooting the aliens, and you're actually pretending to be doing it and stuff. I would like that. I would like that a lot. But for spending like $600+ on a PlayStation 5 and then another $500+ for a PSVR 2 headset. Eee. That's expensive. Very expensive. I don't know how well that's going to do. And they even announced before that they didn't sell too many of those PSVR 2 headsets. Unless if that dongle comes out sooner than later from Sony, where there's supposedly making a special dongle for the PSVR 2 headset so you could play it on your PCs and stuff. Maybe that would help. But I don't know. It looked cool, though. Dynasty Warriors. I never played a Dynasty Warriors game. I should. Those seem interesting. They're like your hack and slash, big military types. I know people have their things about it. Like some people are happy about the Dynasty Warrior games. Some people don't like them at all. This looks pretty cool. I like a big battle. Big battle. If it ain't like an RTS, I like a big battle. If lots of characters and people on the screen. I wonder if this is going to be coming out for like Xbox or PC and stuff like that. I'll find out. I already talked about Infinity Nikki, where you're playing as that young girl, or she's changing into more slutty-ish options, or not so slutty. You're dressing her up, taking her underage picture, and she's got a little kitty cat, and they're doing platform and stuff. Concord, your Guardians of the Galaxy meets Team Fortress type of a game where you're in these like areas and trying to battle. This game will fall off the face of the earth. We all know it. Concord will not last. I'm sorry, Fireworks Studios. It looks good. It looks really good. But if it's only going to be for PC and PlayStation 5, I don't know how many people are going to buy it, especially probably for $70 that they're going to probably charge on that, because Sony doesn't let go on price points. They're going to push for the $70 on most of their games. So this game is going to be dead in the water because it's not going to be on the Xbox. Not that the Xbox is doing well enough to warrant that stuff, but still, you know what I'm talking about. If it's not on Xbox or Switch, which is Switch couldn't handle this type of game, and it's only for PC, which means they would, and they didn't even say Steam. Pre-order now on Steam. No, they just said pre-order now on PC. So what does that mean to people? They're like, okay, pre-order where? Can I go to the Microsoft PC store and pre-order? No, okay. Steam, I got to look at it. Or is it in the Epic Game Store? Or is it in another store? Or did Sony just pop up their own PC store, game store? I don't know. They didn't mention much on that. Okay. Astrobot. Probably fun for little kids and stuff, but if they're going to charge $70 for that game, I would wait. Maybe wait till it drops to like 30 or something, which I'm sure it'll do pretty quickly. I already talked about God of War Ragnarok. That's been one of those games that's been a long time coming to PC. Pre-order on Steam, which they didn't announce. Didn't say it was Steam. Monster Hunter Wilds. Like I said, I might not be a Monster Hunter fan, but I do respect the franchise quite a bit. I think it's an interesting franchise. I like the movie that most people didn't like, I guess, with Mila Jovovich. And even though I tried it and I hated the game, I still respect the games. I think the Monster Hunter games are pretty cool looking. I like watching people play them. I just not get into them. Ballad of Antara. Kind of forgot most of what this game was. That tells you something, but let's see. Does it let me go into it? No, it just does that thing to it. Oh wait, if I go back here, does this talk about each game? Oh, here we go. Battle of Atara. Let's see here. Oh, open world. Okay, so the upcoming Infinity Nikki game with the girl that I told you about, slutty-ish. It's a upcoming open world RPG. Okay. Didn't look like that. It looked like a platformer, but okay. Where Winds Meet gameplay trailer. Martial arts adventure game. Okay. Battle of Antara. Okay. Is a high-fidelity, free-to-play action RPG releasing next year. Oh, okay. A high-fidelity, free-to-play action RPG. Is this just only on the PlayStation, though, right? By Tipworks Studio. Okay. Skydance. Behemoth. Set in Forsaken Lands, which is described as a once great civilization, is now just a barren wasteland. Players will endure both the cold and hostile enemies as they uncover the dark secrets hidden there. So it's basically like Skyrim. Alien Rogue Incursion is out this holiday. I already talked about that. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, only for if you get the VR headset. It seems kind of like something that nobody's going to be making any money on that. Marvel Rivals is coming to PS5, closed beta, set for July. It's a team-focused PvP shooter featuring Marvel comic superheroes. Till Dawn gets a new trailer. Showing enhancements the studio made to Until Dawn's graphics and animations. So it's, what is this, like a remaster of it? Path of Exile 2 is releasing in early access in late 2024. Grinding Gear gains flooded a new gameplay trailer, Path of Exile 2. Not much is said on it. And of course, Silent Hill 2, people know about that. I guess a lot of people didn't want Bloober Team to make it, so it's up in the ways of what you would like. But any games that I did not talk about, because I talked about Astrobot, that's a platformer. I talked about what do you call it, Monster Hunter Wilds, the course God of War Ragnarok coming to Steam, probably. Where else would it be? Oh, the decision. Okay, Sony is under fire from okay. So, and if you buy or pre-order and purchase God of War Ragnarok this time around for the PC version, you will have to have a PlayStation Network account to play the PC version of God of War Ragnarok. And a lot of people are going to say, nah, to that, because a lot of people have been getting up. Sony's been getting really shot at about this must have a PSN account for their games. I can understand some reasoning behind it. You know, they want to gather as much info and data on games that people play and all that, but a lot of people just want to buy a game and play it. They don't want to be signing into other accounts if there's nothing going on, and if you're not going online for anything to play against other people, I can understand that. And I guess Sony just doesn't get it, and they're going to sell God of War Ragnarok on the PC versions, and you're going to have a PSN account, I guess. So we'll see how people react to that. And, of course, Concord, which is only going to be on PC and PlayStation 5. Like I said, that's going to fail. I'm sorry to say. That ain't going to cut the mustard. So not many games announced, not much to talk about here. People. If I was a PlayStation gamer, like I said, I would not have anything here besides... But if I was going to get God of War Ragnarok, I would have it on my PlayStation 5. I wouldn't be getting it for a PC. Astrobot, I'd wait till it's, like I said, cheap. Maybe Dynasty Warriors. Monster Hunter Wild, like I said, I'm not big into it. But Path of Exile 2, I might pick it up and play. But if it's going to be $70 too, it's like, well, what are we talking about here? There's really nothing that most people would be like, all the PlayStation hardcore gamers would want. At least in my mind, there's like a couple handful of games here that I would actually play. Maybe if I had like, if Sony gave them like a small trial to play them or something, or if it was like Sony ever came out with their own version of Game Pass, but for the PlayStation, and I would play some of these games, but otherwise I'd wait till they were really cheap if I wanted to play them on my PlayStation console or PC. But I don't know. I don't see much here. There's stuff here, but not much. Not as much as what Xbox is touting every year. Even though Microsoft hasn't been coming out with these games like they should, on a basis that they should, but at least they're showing us games in their, Xbox showcases and the Xbox game preview events. They're showing us a lot of games. They're talking about a lot of games, a lot of this, a lot of that. Even though a lot of them haven't been coming out right away and some of them come out lackluster, at least they're showing us stuff. Sony has nothing really going on for them. And it is still a surprise and a big shocker to me that a lot of people that buy PlayStations, these PlayStation fan people, and talking as a fanboy myself, buying an Xbox. But who knows if I buy the next-gen Xbox, I might just stick with PC going forward for a while until Microsoft can prove that I would need a next-gen Xbox or something. But anywho, Sony doesn't have anything that I would want to buy a PS5 for, especially at the price point that they have them at still. And the amount of games coming out during this generation so far has been flat, and there's a lot of reasonings behind that. We can get into that another time. And I don't know. If I was a PlayStation guy right now, I'd be really either just looking to the PC and playing a lot of games and a lot of these games on my PC, or Xbox, or just Switch. I don't know. Go to the Nintendo Switch. Sony's got to do something, because they can't ride the high gravy train forever. Not that it's the high gravy train, because they even said that even their latest and greatest Spider-Man 2 game has not made the money that they wanted to make back, and just gets me wondering, like, these companies are overproducing and expecting too much, and maybe they should calm some stuff down to make the games, keep the games good and keep people happy with what they have, and not expect, it's the way it's going. It's always got to be better, higher, better, greater, longer, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Gamers are fickle. We're all fickle on our games. Me too. But I'm not the one complaining we don't have any games out there. I think we still have tons of games to play everywhere. It just depends on what you are. Me, I'm a multi-platform type of gamer. I can play on an Xbox, PC. If I did go back to PlayStation sometime, yes, I'd play on PlayStation. Switch 2 maybe. I don't know. I'm debating on that down the road. But I can play on a lot of platforms and have fun. I like to play video games. Mostly it's been my ROG Ally, PC, and Xbox, but that's where I like to play my games at. If I'm outside, it's a ROG Ally. If it's PC, a lot of times, because I just want to show off and see the cool graphics and show off what my graphics card can do, and stream. When I do my game streams, I play on my PC mostly. And then Xbox, a lot of times when I just can't get those games on PC or anything like that, I got to play them on my Xbox. But nothing here that screams, "Ooh, it's good to be a PlayStation gamer." A lot of people are going to hate me for that, but that's okay. That's the truth. Only the truth. I don't know what you Sony gamers are going to be doing and playing going forward all the way to 2025, but it's going to be pretty dead season. A lot of people say this Xbox season is going to be pretty dead, but they got Call of Duty that they own coming out. They got all these other games. They just came out with Hellblade 2. They might pick up the pace and bring out some more titles that we don't know that are coming this fall and stuff. So they might bring some cool shit. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see in the upcoming Xbox game showcase. But I have more faith in them than that, unless they're going to close all the studios. Then it'd be a different story. I don't know. As a person that doesn't play current PlayStation stuff, like I have a PS3. I'll play on my PS3, PS2, PS1 stuff. I play my Vita and PSP stuff. I love all those games. I want to get back into playing some Infamous again and all that other stuff. Those games were fun, and that was the golden time of gaming where it didn't matter if I was on an Xbox or PlayStation. I had fun on both platforms. Sony brought the games for that stuff, and I loved it. And now it's just doesn't seem the same. Doesn't seem the same. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, if I was a PlayStation person now, I would not be too particularly happy. And you can hate me. You could say I'm wrong. All you want there, fanboys and girls. But that's the state of things now at the State of Play. So, like I said, this was a GamezAttack podcast, episode 31. Just wanted to... I'm putting these showcases, these show-offs, what do you call them? This is State of Play, but, the non-E3, E3-esque presentations in the GamezAttack podcast feed, like I did last year and the year before that. I feel like these are the best way to get these out. I used to have a separate podcast for all the E3 stuff, but then E3 left, and I'm like, well, now they're doing State of Plays, and they're doing showcases and stuff, and I'm like, everything's a different name, UB Forwards. So I said, why not just call them what they are, put them in my GamezAttack podcast feed. Now you got video and audio, so you can listen to this podcast on your audio from your whatever major podcast app that you use. You just type in GamezAttack podcast, and you'll get it. And you can get it for free, or you could go to OldFreakyGamer.com and go on and subscribe to the podcast, listen to it, whatever. You could go to YouTube or OldFreakyGamer.com to watch the podcast. So, yeah. And I'm hopefully going to get this up today, or I'll get it up Monday. I think I'll try to get it up today because it's been days after this State of Play has come up, and I'm probably the last person to ever do one of these. But like I said, I've been busy. Been doing a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes and between work, home, and all that. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch the State of Play. I will have time to watch the Xbox Showcase because that's on Sunday. Microsoft at least does it and gives you a heads up, and they say, hey, we're going to do it on a Sunday, and I don't work on Sunday, so that's good. The UB Forward, that's a Monday, but I'll watch it after the fact, and then I'll do a whole thing on it. And then, like I said, whatever Nintendo, if they do one, which they might not, we'll see what they do on a Nintendo Direct. And I think that's going to be it because I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about Revolver Digital. I think they are definitely doing one, but I just don't cover all the other ones. They've never been in that sphere of games. It's always been the big ones for me and such. But, yeah, there you have it, folks. If you guys got any comments, questions, you can feel free to leave them right down there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave comments and questions on any of them underneath any of my podcast feeds there. And, I'd like to hear how you guys feel about the State of Play and maybe what you're looking for in games going forward in the future. Because, that's why the back catalogs are looking pretty good right now. Visit my website at OldFreakyGamer.com. On the 14th of June, which is going to be past my anniversary date, because it's going to be 1 year of Old Freaky Gamer on, I think this, what was it? This 9th? The 9th, I think. That's when I started Old Freaky Gamer. I think it was the 9th. Don't quote me on that. But I started Old Freaky Gamer right before the E3 because I knew that I wanted to leave my old video podcasting service behind in the dust called GG2Cast, and I wanted to create something, just a whole thing about nothing but video games, hardware, the industry, and I just want to do everything that is games coverage and talking and playing games on my own site again. And that's where OldFreakyGamer came about. And then I just carried over the GamezAttack, which used to be called the GamezAttack Audiocast, turned it into the GamezAttack podcast, just pushed that forward. And now I got an actual website. It's not a blogging site anymore. It's an actual website that's a blog site technically, on which I use Squarespace for OldFreakyGamer.com, and it's great. It's beautiful. I will be celebrating my 1-year anniversary a little late, but I'll be celebrating on the 14th of June, which is also my birthday. So I'll be celebrating my birthday and the 1-year anniversary of OldFreakyGamer.com. I will have some videos going up. I will do some gaming streams. I will do a whole bunch of stuff that day, talk about stuff, and that'll be a Friday. That'll be an interesting Friday. Still preparing. Haven't really prepared too much for it, but I had a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I had to get done. Big announcement, semi-big announcement. It's not the biggest announcements. I think I already talked about it. I actually just finished moving over the rest of my Juju 2Cast gaming content over to OldFreakyGamer.com to the OldFreakyGamer tag on YouTube. So I moved it all. It's all 720p video. There's no 1080p from back at that time because I didn't keep any 1080p video stored, and YouTube only gave me 720p videos back because, 1080p videos would have been a little bit larger. So I took all that video, I re-uploaded it all to YouTube, and did a little bit of stuff to some of them and stuff, made them the best I could, and I got all the old archives from the GG2Cast era going into the OldFreakyGamer era. They're still all private videos now, but I'm going to launch them all. I'm going to get them all launched and public on my anniversary day. So all that stuff is going to be public. And then there'll be tons of my back catalogs of videos that you guys can watch all for free. Have some fun making fun of me and stuff when I'm younger, doing videos and stuff. So that should be interesting. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this special edition of the GamezAttack podcast, episode 31, because I will continue to number the episodes of the GamezAttack podcast, because it's another podcast, so it's going to be numbered. So it's the GamezAttack podcast, episode 31, as it's called, the PlayStation State of Play, which we covered. And thanks again for joining me here today. This is Mr. Mike signing out, saying game on, game hard, world conquest. I'm pushing this gaming button. And the show, and if I can figure it out, is now game over. So everybody, peace out. And until next time, Mr. Mike will be back.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
That's a good game.
Enjoy your gaming.